I mean, just look at this deliciousness right here. Wow.
Just drinking, what's your vibe? Just drinking, what's just drinking?
According to Josh, an estimated 50% of the world's fish caught is wasted. And of the 50% that is used, 50% of that is overlooked by the Western world, which overwhelmingly prefers to eat only the fillet. This cookbook will inspire you to change that, and the easiest place to start is with fish gravy. I was meant to use fish frames for this, but despite my efforts, could not find a fishmonger that would sell me this. So I asked to buy whatever fish would soon go bad and decided to use everything. Yes, the head, eyes, fins, cartilage, but with the gills and organs removed as instructed. Yes, it did feel like he was staring directly into my soul, but I reminded myself that cooking a whole fish isn't just about dinner. It's about respect. Respect for the animal, for the process, and for not burning the onions this time. So, if you're trying this recipe at home, look the fish in the eye and say thank you, and proceed with love, not fear. At this point in my cooking journey, I was getting a little bit tired. It was the point of no return. I had committed to this recipe, but it was taking a really long time. So instead of chopping up what felt like a zillion onions and cloves of garlic, I decided to just throw it in a food processor, my favorite kitchen tool, and make my life easier. So that's exactly what I did, and it turned out perfect. onions are really a great lesson in patience. No matter how much you might want to rush this step, it's just sadly not possible. You've got to just give it time. It's all about low and slow for this part of it. The onions will turn this beautiful, deep, rich, brown, caramelized color, and that's when you know that it's done. And the time and effort you put into this step will really pay off, I promise you. After you have roasted, sauteed, blended, and strained your fish sauce, it's now time to boil it down. I noticed that mine wasn't exactly the color that I wanted, so I decided to go in with a bit more soy sauce and Marmite to really deepen the color, but also the flavor of the fish sauce. For some reason, I could not locate my rolling pin for this step, so I whipped out a half-drunken bottle of bread and butter to do the job for me, and it did what it needed to do. So you can always, if you don't have the tools, get creative in your kitchen and make something work. And it always helps to have a glass of wine while you do it.
goodness right here. Really the key ingredient here I think was the fish stock that we made from the full fish, which was very labor intensive, but worth it. But worth every minute.